fine. In a match 2 minutes ago, but now he's offline. Good dude. Good dude. He hasn't responded yet because reason being it's Sunday morning and that fella there about 2 weeks ago had to pack the house up and move into a new place. So he's still unboxing when they moved in. He only moved into a new place because he's got it's been hard for him the last few years too. Like he now he's working in the mines, making big money and all that. He's had another 2 children since. He's had a little girl and another little boy. And the little boy was born 22 weeks premature. So he had to leave his other new job to stay in the hospital or every day, in somewhere else in the country while his wife was somewhere else in another state. You know what I mean? Because he was in a hermit crib for, the last 22 weeks.
Wasn't his wife Filipino?
Yeah, she was half Asian. She was half Filo, remember?
Yeah.
She always used to bring home good Asian food in the restaurant late at night. But one thing he loves doing, Fawn's like an outdoor kind of person. He loves to fucking get the barbecue and grill on. You know what I mean? He'll crank. You know what a Weber is, Painless? Yeah, Weber grill. Like, the ones that got it's a dome, and you put like charcoal on the bottom, and then you put a grill on top.
Oh, you're talking about the egg.
Yeah, it's like
they use that for smoking.
Yeah, now they've got the electric Webers that you can that have just got a grill. Don't have the base or the bottom, and they're like quick cookers. But my dad's got a Weber from say, when he was my age, so mid-20s. That's about 40 years old, and they're worth a lot of money because they were made out of the old, when stainless steel or steel, the materials back in the day weren't cut. When you cut drugs, stainless steel from Australia is good metal. Stainless steel and metal from Asia is cheap shit, so it's going to break. You know what I mean? Like, you don't know what things are built from. Yeah. And a lot of companies these days, they'll go for the cheaper alternative rather than, like cars, for example. You used to have a car accident 20 years ago. You wouldn't need to get a crash repair. Now, you've got the car's buckled and a ride-off because it's made out of fiberglass and thin sheet metal, Things these days are built to break. Because today's society of living like to spend money, correct? Oh, mate. Yeah. Do you watch the list? Do you watch the list, Painless? Do you watch the list? It's called Street Outlaws. Is that on TV over there? Yeah. Yeah, like you see some of those big cars do some certain things, but then you get.
Big Chief.
Yeah. I downloaded the game last month, bro. It was like $7. It's not bad, eh? I got the GX Drift game too. It's like Forza on Xbox. So, like, when I jump on during the day for like half hour or 45 minutes, for the time period I can, like.
He got into that wreck because he.
The
only thing that was metal in it was the damn roll cage. And that said no more of this pro mod.
Yeah.
That's probably the safest thing he's
Yeah, but you know what it was though that caused that? They didn't prepare.
Dave.
No, not really.
Because he
Oh, put it this way. They're not. Yeah, but you got to understand the aspect of they're not dragging cars if they had races already. They're racing on the street, bro. So you're just finding somewhere that's illegal where cops aren't going to find you. Yeah, somewhere in the back roads. Yeah, it's fucked, bro. The roads are fucked. Fair enough.
But they're not showing you cops that they pay off so that they don't bother them, so they allow them to do it.
Yeah,
Other times
but you know what? You know if you're street racing on private property, they can't do shit, bro.
probably nothing they can.
Yeah, like I could be doing a burnout in my driveway. Like I could be just sitting in my driveway on my carport doing a fucking burnout. I mean, dusting out the shed. And a carport could knock on my door and he can't say shit. You know why? Because
Oh,
it's
they-
my house.
No, they can. They can get you for street pollution or some bullshit like that.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, man. Or disturbing the peace or something. They'll come up.
Oh
with
wow, dude, painless. Can you tell this fella what happened 3 years ago at 2 a.m. in the morning? I got the cops called on me. I got the cops called on me, bro. Because it was 2 in the morning, right? And the cops knocked on my front door, and I'm like, what the fuck's going on, man? Like, they've rocked up because my neighbours called the cops because I'm calling comms on PUBG, right? And he's called the.
For like 10 minutes.
All my bongs, all my weed, all my pops, they were getting stashed, you know what I mean? Like, cause I wasn't losing my fucking $4 bong, it's like that, over that, you know? And when the coppers rocked up, and they're like, we've heard someone's been fucking, because I basically fucking verbally abused the neighbour through the window, because he was fucking, you know, harassing me, you know, he had every right to, because it was late at night, you know what I mean? And I should have been talking a bit lighter, or, you know, a bit quieter, you know? I've got a habit of speaking loud and getting excited, so... You know, but the things he was saying kind of pushed my buttons. So I exploded, you know. I went up front. I went basically to the front door. I said, you know, I can't. If you get the ball sat through the fucking window, through the fence, come to the fucking front gate and say it. I said, come outside, bro. I'll fucking eat you. I'll eat your fucking head, cunt. Like, you know, don't push me to that point, cunt. I went outside, and my dad was basically holding me back on the footpath, yeah? Anyway, I come inside, sat down with the boys, and these boys have heard arguing through the bedroom window from the front, you know, footpath. And I've heard quietness, and then 5 minutes later, cops rock up, and they're like, we're here just to check on Angela and Peter. I'm like, what's going on? Like, my dad's like, coppers are here. Come and check on us. I'm like, what did they come and check on you for? And he's like, well, apparently, you know, you've been fucking at the front door, right? Calm as fuck, happy as Larry. I said, and they sent 2 female coppers, right? What are 2 female coppers, 5 foot tall, gonna do to a fucking 6 foot tall, fucking, you know, 130 kilo looking dude? Like, I went out the front door and I'm like, you know what? What's the problem? Like, yeah, well, put it this way, I went to the front door calm, right? And next minute, you know, like, they come out with, what's been going on, man? I'm like, I beg your pardon? I'm like, are you, what have you been doing? Like, we're here because you've been disturbing the peace, keeping people, you know, upset. I'm like, what are you talking about? I've been playing computer games with my friends online for the past fucking 3 or 4 hours. I said, I've lived here. I've lived here for 30 fucking years, yeah? They've lived here for what, 5 or 10? So, out of respect, I've got the fucking place here, yeah? Which means I own this, not I own, but my family owns this part of the house. So, you know what? If you can knock on my door tomorrow and say to me, you know what, don't do it again, I wouldn't have done it again. But you fucking scream at me through the window at 2 a.m. and I can hear you through my surround sound headphones. Clearly, you're the one making all the commotion. You know what I mean? Like, you could have just said, excuse me, mate, can you quiet down? Not you fucking stupid cunt. You fucking good fucking cunt. I've got to work tomorrow, you fucking cunt. Like, I mean, just like, saying all kinds of shit. You know? Oh, I'm like, fuck me, fuck you, cunt. Like, if I come outside, dude. That's the kind of person I used to be, dude. Like, I was like, quick flick of a switch. You know what I mean? But since what's happened this year, dude, I've had to fucking tolerate a lot more. And I thought, you know, if I get angry, I'm not gonna fuck. The first person I see, that's what's happened to me, painless, it pisses me off. I'm just gonna maul them like a pit bull. You ever seen a pit bull maul a rabbit? Bro, that's what's gonna happen to the first person or my brother-in-law when I see him, dude. Yeah. I don't worry. I've got that all sorted, dude. I'm not doing it myself. Right? I'm smarter than that. I already organised it, in a few months' time, or in a year or two's time, when fucking he goes to work. We go for a boot ride. Like, maybe not touch it, but, take him for a boot ride and go down the side streets, take a few sharp corners, give him a few big knocks with the boot. Oh, no, yeah, I've planned it out very well, bro. Like, don't worry, if I was going to do it, he ain't coming back. It's definite, you know what I mean? Like, you gotta be smart when you make these when you say this kind of stuff. You don't give them the threat, you give them, how do you say, you're letting them know, and they're giving you the answer to what you're basically about to tell them, The bot's on the right of the road, 380, and there's another bot in the compound across the road here, directly, somewhere, I didn't see that. Heard it though. Around there somewhere, 20. Yeah, it's a green crocodile, that's why. I know, it's like the man with a fucking... I got one shot behind that tree. Up there. He's peeking it. I'm gonna nade it, fuck this. Opium. Fuck this, you're dead cunt. See you later. No you're not, okay. Really see me for a tour and shit. Wow. Oh, well, this tour, I'm getting fucking chopped up here. Alright, that's right. Let's go. I'm cool. I was fucking plat smart. Go on, push me, dog. Very good. They're crawling away. They're just bots, I reckon. You know the secret with the loot truck painless? Put a spy trap out and fucking it'll stop it, and then they shoot the fuel tank and it'll explode within like, yeah. If you put a spy trap down, it will fucking delay it. It'll just stop.
Wait.
There's a bot behind us too, is it?
Sick.
Okay, Panda, see this circle, bro? See how the circle's closing right now? I'll pick that next close, yeah? It's going to be around here. You just guarantee that this area will have a circle in it. I'm just giving a rough estimate. It'll be in here, yeah? See the water, how it's running down the left side? The center of the next zone cannot be on water like that. That will not... Okay, yeah. I'm coming. But the center of the next ring will be there. So every circle close, Painters, what I do is I put a rough line down like that, yeah? To give us like a kind of like a guideline where we should be heading. So the next circle that closes after that, you can tell, because there's water over here, the center of that circle will not be around anywhere near there. Okay? So it's got to be here, here, or here. Correct? So there, or there. So I'll put a rough marker around, say, there. That will be the next circle I'm thinking, you know what I mean? Because you got quarry, which is a compound, you got paradise and boot camp. So the circle's going to force away from compounds like boot camp, Bravo, quarry and paradise, and it's going to push you to this area here where there's high ground, low ground, and fuck all compound. You know what I mean? That's how the game's basically programmed. I mean, the more and more you play and watch it, I'm not sure if it's just me and my OCD, but I remember the same thing over and over. Like when I see the same little group of shit houses, and I've seen that circle before, it just comes back to me. You know what I mean? Or when you play like 10,000 rounds and you see a line,
1,000 rounds, we've all
yeah, like when you see a line from Georgie to fucking Milta, or the military base, what's it called, Milta Power, the circle's gonna either spawn on Georgie and stay in Georgia the whole game, or it's gonna spawn on military base and have to drive down the whole fucking south of the map. It's always the case. It's one or the other. Oh, we got one, do we? Awesome. Will it work if we're in the circle, painless?
stops working.
My mate was telling me the other day that I wasn't even aware of it because I only came back a few weeks ago. But my mate was telling me that he was in a house like literally like an apartment, and his squad just fucking spawned on him on the roof. And I came down the staircase, came through the side window and fucked them up. Like, didn't even know. We know when it was free in the PlayStation Store about 3 or 4 months ago, and there was like an influx of noobs, like freshies. Dude, I swear to God, there'd be like 4 cunts camping in one house, like Call of Duty style. One hole in the window, one hole in the door, one hole in the other window, like. And the moment you ran in, you just got chopped. You know what I mean? There's always different tactics. Okay. Yeah, so what they're trying to do is now merge us with fucking PC. But if that happens, bro, and they add fucking aim assist, I'm not playing either. Like, because they'll have aim assist for us. You know what PC players would do? They'll just have aim assist on control on PC. You know what I mean? Like they're doing Call of Duty. Like they get, yeah, because the game. Because what will happen is the game will recognise a control plugged into the PC, right, and register as a control player, but it doesn't realise it's actually a PC player, you know? Because like controls, PlayStation controls, you can wire the PCs, and they work on like emulators and shit. So you wouldn't even know. And it's a what's the word? See that circle closed painless? Rough estimate. I'll work it out by the compounds and the water, bro. It's pretty easy when you look at it all the time, man. Like you see, like big compounds. When does the circle ever finish in a big compound? Never, bro. Like the start of the game is when you loot those big compounds and it'll push you away. You know what I mean? It's like maybe 1 in 10 you'll get a circle that'll finish in a building or in like a little shit shack or like a 5-story apartment, and you got to fight for that circle. But not the other 9 times out of 10, guess what? It's forcing you to a mountain, a low ground, and a high ground, and one compound pushing out. And like you try to tell everyone that, they're like, nah, man. Like, well, if you play it and you watch it a few times, you actually do see it. See what I mean, though, brother? See the water on the edges. You use the water as your targets, and use like the small shit compounds. Like in this circle right now, the only big compound is quarry, which means the next circle, right? You're gonna push out of quarry, right, onto this mountain where Woolworths is. You know what I mean? Because that there is Moree and a little bit of Woolworths area. You know what I mean? That's for the. Yeah, I reckon I might close half on quarry and half around Woolworths, on like half on each square. Because there's like fuck all compounds and there's that one loose compound there. I remember how when we used to play Xbox back in the day, you'd always have that corner of the circle, and when that circle closes, you've got to run from it. So you never take that corner, ever. Yeah, the slow side corner is always good to work with, always. You know, if you haven't got the zone. But when you've got zone and you've got that time to set up and prepare, You've basically got the advantage, you know what I mean? Like, you can gatekeep everything that comes to you. I try and tell people, don't push people unless you've got position, comms, and basically you've got the advantage. Like, why push the person up the tree in open field when you can make them push to you and you have the advantage in the open field? You know? Like, if the 1v1 at the end, bro, I'll just fuck around with the dude and do a circle motion at the tree, making him think I'm peeking, and then I'll tap, like, you know, trigger 3 or 4 times, miss him, act like a shit cunt, and then make him push me, and guess what? Just chop him. But you need to use those kind of tactics to take advantage of people, especially when they're your own friends in their own server. Like, you know how they play. Like, you got to take your game to the next level because they know how you play too. Hear that, Nate? Yeah, I've always been that flanker, bro. I'll tell the boys to, you know, attract the attention. Oh, on the hill, I heard that. I got VSS shot that though. Oh, yeah, Uzi. I gotta be careful. Bot with an Uzi, scary. Ooh, wow! He's a shorty and an Uzi! Fuck off! Wow! Ooh! Triple burst of the Uzi? Whew! I'm coming. Yeah, I see right here, bro. I'm gonna wide. Is that both of them, or is it still there? Oh, I see one here. All good though. That bot is over there doing my head in. Like, sometimes the bots just attract attention you don't fucking need, eh? I've got straight 7s, but I can go to that box and check what's in there for you. Then I just killed him. And if there's 5s, let's pick him up. Hang on. That's just a bot. He can try and shoot me. Got his jam pack on so I can take the blue. There is 45, bro. Bro, he shot me just then with an Uzi, with a triple tap. He just triple tapped me with an Uzi from 3 squares away, dude. And it melted me. Oh, one thing too, Painless. If you're confident with like a cancel on your gun, but you want on irons, right? Always run the cancel over the red dot because the cancel flips out quicker. Because it's only a half peak when you pull it out. When you pull out a red dot, it's gonna do a vertical peak. You know what I mean? But when you do a canted peak, like only a half peak, so it comes out quicker. And you know when you peek right, there's less of your head being exposed. When you peek left, your shoulder and your body's exposed. So always use your right peek, always. And if you angle shoot, there's always less recoil. It's not a lot of less recoil, but if you go in training mode and have a look, like you shoot at wall and practice, like then do the same wall squatting and angling, there's so much less. The tree right there, 235. There's one tap. Oh boy. Further at 220, another one. It's about west-ish 255. Well done, boys. Yeah. I was gonna need, I need a first aid, like none. He's got 5 in it, so I'll grab him. I got 5, bro. All good. You boys need first aid? Do you need first aid, mate? I'll drop one for you.
No, all good, man.
All good. The deeper in the game you get, yeah, they sure do, bro. If they got a car 9 and they peek you before you'll peek them, and they hit you, you're dead. Like, I've been 120 southeast. This way, okay. I've been level 3 geared from a care package with like a fucking grozer, and a bot just comes out of nowhere and just melts me in like half a second. Level 3'd up. How? Yeah, there's like some bots that are dumb, and there's the ones that just fucking melt the shit out of you. You know which ones scare me? The ones that fucking will just run into like a building, jump through the window you're in, and have no shame. Like, you know it's a bot, so you give it a chance to jump through so you can shoot it when it's standing, and it just whips out the gun quicker than you can. Like, you know, obviously, the bots are designed to kill each other, right? Like, they all spawn in the same area, and they're programmed to see each other coming. Is that a bot shot, or is that a real shot? Either at the corner of this house, in the shit shack somewhere. Yeah, he's behind the shit shack, right here, 9-5. One tap. Oh, two left, there's one across the road. The tree there, 85, is squatting. There's a bot to the right there too. That one's dead. We're on, boys.